Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I'm George. We're all George. So, what's going on tonight? Well, there is one man that plans on buying $42 billion of more Bitcoin. He doesn't feel like he has enough. He wants more, and he has a plan, a grand plan to buy more. So, let's talk about that. Let's talk about actually a lot of earnings today. A lot of companies, Bitcoin related companies that had earnings. Let's talk about that. And tonight is DCA night. So let's do that as well. All right, let's get started. Welcome. Bitcoin still doing quite well, 72.3. That's not a bad position to be in. Again, it just seems like we get so used to a certain level so quick. Now it seems like 72K is like nothing. When in fact just days ago we were hovering at 66K and people were getting all bearish, and now like everyone has just accepted we're at 72K like it's nothing. Keep in mind, we were at 66K for quite a long time. And before that, we were in the 50s, for quite a long time. And somehow, like, everyone just accepted now we're in 72K and there's not a whole lot of excitement again. It's just weird that people get so used to a level so quickly. We were in the 50s and 60s for how many months? And people have just like forgotten about that. See, this is how it goes, right? All the times, all the months, while we were down and I was streaming and telling you guys how better days are coming and to stay strong and keep holding and DCAing. Well, you're getting rewarded. But those that didn't listen, well, obviously they didn't get rewarded. But what happened today? Well, let's look at some of these companies that reported. First of all, Robinhood reported. I didn't even know they were reporting. They are involved with crypto. Obviously, a large part of their business is for stock trading, but also a large part is for crypto trading. The crypto volume ain't bad, 14.4 billion, more than double from last year. But what's bad about this is it actually dropped from their Q2 volume and Q1. Q1 was actually staggering, 36 billion, and Q2 was 21.5 billion. Yet Q3 went down to 14.4 billion, and Wall Street saw that and did not like that, which is actually quite strange. It's probably because alts have been so weak. That's why, but Robinhood said that they're going to continue to double down and triple down on crypto and increase their services. So now it's probably going to get better, but, obviously alts have been quite weak, in the last few quarters. So that probably attributed to it, but I did see, ouch, in the aftermarket, they dropped 13%. That sucks. That really sucks. Coinbase also reported, and not good too. They came in softer than anticipated. They missed a lot of stuff too. So they also dropped in the aftermarket. Not good. So these two companies did not do good. Even Michael Saylor's Microstrategy dropped, not nearly as much. However, Saylor, he's like, you know what? I got a plan. I got a master plan that no one else has. And he pulled another rabbit out of his hat and announced this. I don't know why no one else does this. Like, obviously, he's been doing this very successfully. I don't know why other companies don't try to do the same thing. But during his conference call, he announced this, a $42 billion capital plan. He's going to offer $21 billion equity offering, and he's going to raise $21 billion in fixed income security. So overall, Do you know why he chose 21 billion? 21 billion. Hopefully you guys get that to 21. So 42 billion, okay, on top of what he already holds. And this is, I think, spread over the next 3 years. So Saylor, again, doing Saylor things, crazy things that no one else dares to do. He understands this is time to double down, triple down, quadruple down. This is not time to be stopping. And whatever he's doing works, obviously, because his stock is growing at an exponential rate. No stock on the planet is performing as well as MicroStrategy. So again, it's kind of weird that others are not doing this. Like, I don't know why Coinbase or Robinhood or any of these guys do not do the same thing and saying, hey, we're going to raise money to go buy Bitcoin. They're, especially like Coinbase, they're directly involved with crypto. Why can't they do it? Why can't anyone else do it, right? Like, it's weird. Saylor is setting a path for everyone else, yet no one else dares to do it. It's interesting if you think about it. But anyways, he's doing it. And it's just, it's amazing to see. It's amazing to see. And again, this is going to play a big part moving forward. I always talk about supply shock, right? When you take a lot of Bitcoin away from the supply, it's going to have effect. There's only so much to go around. And this is just one company. And he wants it all. But, you know, reserve obviously going down. Down, down, down. And I've been talking a lot about the OTC market. It's also going down, down, down. Because the ETFs are buying, right? Today, not as aggressive as yesterday, but who knows what BlackRock bought. Yesterday bought 642 million. Overall, the ETF bought 870 million, almost a billion. They've been buying billions upon billions every single week. BlackRock alone holds 420,000 Bitcoin. They're on track to exceed Satoshi's pile by the end of this year. Saylor does not like that. Saylor wants to catch up. That's why he's raising $42 billion so he can compete with BlackRock. Just these two entities alone. Staggering amount. Staggering amount, right? So this is why we need to grab some for ourselves. And it also shows, I mean, this proves a point. And I think a lot of people, especially retail, still does not understand. You know, a lot of people, I get, they look at, especially retail, and I get a lot of people do not have $72 in their bank account to pull out to buy a single Bitcoin. I get that. And a lot of people look at $72,000, they're like, where's the upside, right? If I spend $72,000, where's the upside in that? Even if I spend $10,000 on Bitcoin, where's the upside in that? But this proves there's upside. Why do these big boys spend so much on Bitcoin? Because there is still upside. Because Bitcoin is so scarce. When one day the scarcity gets to a point where there really isn't enough to go around, that's when Bitcoin will be in the millions each. So there is definitely still an upside. These guys are proving it. If there was no upside, no one would be buying it at this point, right? But these guys, the big institutions, the private companies, the public companies, they are still all loading up because they know there is an upside and it's massive. You know, Scaramucci, now a hedge fund manager, says Bitcoin will triple to at least 176,000 by 2026. That's an upside. That's triple, right? At least triple. And you know when all this starts? Next week. Next week. If history is an indicator of what's to come, well, then next week is the start. I mean, obviously, we had a pretty good month so far, but next week should be even better. After elections is when things get really nutty every single time. And keep in mind, the halving event just happened to fall on election year, because it's every 4 years, and it just happens to fall on election year. And every single time, just look at it, after elections, Bitcoin goes parabolic. Just parabolic. And it doesn't just do it for a few months. It continues on for over a year. That's when it usually tops out. And that happens to be next year, 2025. So this year, we still have a couple months left. Next year is when things go parabolic. So the upside is still there, not just for Bitcoin, but for the entire market. It's going to be great. Really, really great, right? 5 days left. I think it's actually 6 days, not 5 days, because it's November 5th. I think someone miscounted that. There is one more day in this month. But here's another chart that this guy is saying we need to break the 86.2 level in order to go parabolic, according to him. I think we just need to break 73.8 once we break an all-time high, which can still happen either tonight or tomorrow. And once that happens, I think, we're going to go parabolic. Once we break through all-time high, that's when things change. And this one is interesting from TechDev. This is showing the global liquidity. And we know liquidity is going up from US, China, everywhere. And when the money starts flowing, when the liquidity starts flowing, it helps everything, including Bitcoin. And this is actually looking like liquidity goes up every 4 years. Kind of like the election, kind of like the halving event. It just happens like every 4 years. And that's usually when Bitcoin tops out too. So that happens in 2025 as well, when it peaks, right? So kind of all correlates. It all kind of happens at the same time. So that is also happening. So it's all looking pretty darn good. Pretty darn good for next year. That is right. That is right. All right, what else is going on? A lot of bullish things. Here's something else outside of Bitcoin. New York Stock Exchange. First of all, someone sent me an article. New York Stock Exchange is trying to trade trading hours to 22 hours. 22. They're trying to copy crypto. 22-hour trading day, 5 days a week. So basically, it's like around the clock, right? But second of all, they're looking to list Grayscale's crypto index ETF, which includes Bitcoin, ETH, Sol, XRP, and AVAX. That would be interesting. It's like a bucket worth of crypto. That would be quite interesting. And it kind of gets, it kind of kicks off. This is what people have asked me before. Rather than individual ETFs, you have like a bucket, because ETFs already have this, right? You have emerging markets, you have tech, you have oil, you have like gold, you have like basically all kinds, right? Of ETFs, and why not for crypto? So this could be absolutely huge if it happens. So this could be huge. Also, of course, there are others that are trying to come up with the Solana ETF. I think this makes a whole lot of sense, obviously. But there's also possibility of XRP ETF or a Litecoin ETF. Those are possibilities, although no one wants them. But possibility nevertheless. And guess what? Cardano is teaming up with NASA for a Cardano supply chain POC. Does NASA even exist? It seems like SpaceX does all of NASA stuff now. I don't know what NASA does. It's just all SpaceX stuff. But Cardano is partnering up with NASA, so that's good. That is good. All right, guys. That is it. Bitcoin is in good shape. All right. Today is also DCA day. Let me pull up. I actually do have it up. All right. So week over week, up another 3.36%. All time plus 60%. We're on our way up, guys. That is looking good. You can see this U shape on our way up once again. That is looking fantastic. And it's going to keep on going up and up and up and up and up. And I love to see this end up like 200,000 by the end of this cycle. It's going to look great. Clash, I'm more excited about this bull run than previous 3 cycles. How about you? Yes, me too. Joni, Tesla YouTube channel, 50K watchers, seems weird. Is that real? So, I don't know. Sometimes it's fake with bots making you feel like it's real, and then they want you to scam. They want to scam you, so just be careful. Anyways, last week I made some big changes. This week, I don't know if I'm gonna make some big changes. Last week I ditched ETH and I put it all into Sol. I think that was a good move because Solana started moving and ETH actually did not move. So that was a good move. This week, man, I kind of want to ditch Polygon, to be honest. Polygon is just not moving this cycle. I kind of want to ditch Cardano too, to be honest. But I may just keep them longer. I don't know what to add. I mean, Bitcoin is leading the way. Bitcoin just continues to go up. Look at Bitcoin has gone up so much. Now Bitcoin's all-time performance is up 154%, and it has outperformed everything. See, this is what I'm saying now, right? Bitcoin, like Solana's performance was better than Bitcoin. A lot of these were better than Bitcoin. Fetch was better than Bitcoin. It's at 122%. But my point is this. Now, Bitcoin has moved us so much, and a lot of alts have gone down. The best performer in this portfolio is now Bitcoin. So this is what Bitcoin maxis have been arguing. Had I not bought anything else and just bought Bitcoin, I would be up a lot more than I am now, right? So there are times where it's just better to just buy Bitcoin, just buy and hold Bitcoin. But luckily, you know, like I said, my 50-25-25 rule, right? 50% of my portfolio is in Bitcoin. So my total right here is about 28,000, and 14,000 of that is in Bitcoin. So at least as Bitcoin going up, at least 50% of my portfolio is gaining because of Bitcoin. But if my portfolio only say had 10% in Bitcoin, I would be losing out on a lot, right? But in this case, I'm like, man, I should have just put them all in Bitcoin. So sometimes it does kind of suck to be too heavy into alts when Bitcoin dominance continues to go up and up and up and up. So what should I put? You know what? Go with the flow. Go with the flow. I'm just going to keep it simple. I'm just going to put it into Bitcoin. I haven't DCA'd into Bitcoin for a while, so I'm just going to put in Bitcoin. Go with the flow. Bitcoin's about to break all-time high, so just put $100 into Bitcoin. 72,380. There you go. That's it. Easy does it this time. Just $100. $100 into Bitcoin this time. You know, hopefully when we get that mini altcoin season or altcoin season, some of these catch up. But man, sometimes it's just painful to see some of these alts that just keep on doing bad while Bitcoin does good. But this kind of proves why you do need to hold a good amount of Bitcoin in your portfolio. Otherwise, you're just going, your portfolios go just suffer if everything just trails Bitcoin. All right, that's it. Let's do some Q&A. Oh. Let me see here. Dustin, I don't know. You wrote all weird. I can't read that, so I'm not gonna try to read it. Frank, after seeing a Ridgeline video, I got F-150. LL. Okay. Axon Dow, welcome. What's the #1 alt you made the most money with of all time? Oh, I don't know. Well, that's a good question. I don't know. There has been so many over the years. Honestly, I don't know. I made a lot of money with a lot. Back in the day, I made a lot with Tron. I made a lot with BNB before. Solana, I made a lot. I mean, some random memes I've made a lot before. I don't know at this point. RK, new member. Welcome. Add DCAT on Ethereum. Yeah, no. Sean Wise. Okay. Thoughts on Cactus? Satis protocol. $51 million on Sui? No, Aptos. Empowered liquidity built for DeFi. Swap, earn, build on a Pioneer Move-based liquidity protocol. So it's a swap. It's a swap on Aptos. Aptos isn't that hot, so if Aptos not that hot, I don't think Cetus is gonna be that hot. Is it Aptos or I think it's both, right? I think I've seen it on both. If it's Sui, then it makes more sense. Hold on. Yeah, it's on both, but it listed Aptos first. TVL 200 million on Sui ain't bad. They should change it from Aptos to Sui. Well, that changes things because Sui is doing quite well, and they're the biggest DEX on Sui, so that does change things. Could be a good play. As Sui gets bigger, being the biggest DEX on Sui could be a good thing. Yeah, could be good. BlackRock broke their own record with 875 million inflow today. Surely, what? Did they really? On a day like today, they still had 875 million inflow. If that's the case, that tells you something. If they're nearly taking in $1 billion worth of Bitcoin, they are definitely preparing something crazy, like Saylor. And Saylor announced a $42 billion purchase, and BlackRock took in 875 million today. Locals only, that's not my main portfolio. Is Sui more bullish than Sol? No. Not for me. Thoughts on Cardano Bitcoin OS partnership? Seems like bit news, but I've been wrong before I saw it. Not. I'm neutral on it. Talk about the money your government owes. WTF. You mean the debt? The 35 plus trillion debt? What do you want me to say? The debt that'll never be paid? That's why the dollar will eventually collapse. That's why we have Bitcoin. Why didn't you make bullish videos at 16K? I sure did. I was making bullish videos at 3K, man. I was making videos when we hit 3K, 4K, 10K, 8K, 16K. Yeah, I was. Yeah. I think people miss the point of what I do. Um, you know, I get it sometimes because I'm bullish at all times, but it's what I do. I give hope. That's really what I do because I believe. I just project what I believe, and I know that Bitcoin is the way. It will always recover, and it's going to get bigger and stronger every single cycle. That's it. I really don't care if it goes to wherever. Um, you know, that's basically what I do. Every single video, every single stream. There are a lot of people that do not understand. They will say, well, you're wrong. It went down. Oh, it's down. Oh, it's going to go down more. Oh, this and that. But, you know, that's not what I make videos. I make videos because I want people to understand that investing is the right way to generate wealth, and you have to be patient. You have to stay in the game for long term. You have to get by the bad times. You have to withstand the volatility. You have to learn how to hodl. You have to DCA over time. And you have to understand Bitcoin is the way, you know? And I bring people hope, and I hopefully get them to stay through all the bad times, and that way they get rewarded during the good times. That's really what I do, right? But there are some people that do not understand because they don't watch me long enough, or they don't stay long enough, or they don't understand. But ultimately, that's what I do. Alex, do you think a portfolio of BTC, Sol, AVAX, Stacks, Sui, Doge, Super can 10x from here? At least 5x. At least 5x, yes. That's for sure. Hot damn. Okay, thank you. Five years from now, we'll still be George. I hope so. I hope so. Why are some folks not happy about Dogecoin's recent ascent? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe because they don't hold Doge? Maybe. The one who cares. I've been watching it since 16K Bitcoin because of this channel. I paid off my debt. Sure gonna miss you when you're gone. Thanks for sharing. I don't know if I'll be gone completely. I'd probably will still like do Sunday walk videos or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll change my mind and not retire, but I probably will just do less videos. What's the best low cap you hit? Thoughts on MMM on Phantom? I don't know what MMM is. I could have hit something. What is that? What's that? Arweave. They used to be called something else. It wasn't Arweave. It was R chain, I think. I got into their ICO really, really cheaply. But I didn't hold on to it. I sold it off when they like went up a little bit. But had I held on to that when they like peaked at a few billion, I could have like made, I think, probably, I don't even know, probably like tens of millions or maybe even 100 million, but like I sold it off way too early. That probably would have been my biggest hit. Do you think coins will ever move from Satoshi's wallet? No, I don't think so. Actovio, GFI to the moon. Which GFI is it? Goldfinch? I mean, for a RWA play, maybe. I thought they were much higher than 45 million. Ooh, they have not done well over the year. Or years. GFI have been acting shady recently. What do you mean by that? What do you mean they have been acting shady recently? Someone's asking if I buy $20,000 today, what would be my profit this time year end by next year? I have no idea. It depends on what you buy. I have no idea where you go buy. First of all, Joni, don't at me. Second of all, I think Akash Nowhere is fine. They're deep in project in Cosmos. Although all Cosmos projects have gotten soft recently. A lot of them got soft. Not sure why, but they're deep in project. They seem to be okay. Did you hear about Mr. B rug pull? I saw something about Mr. Beast and how there's like a lot of wallets linked to him. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just like he was just a DJ and he bought a lot of crypto. I don't know what the real backstory is. I mean, he's a young kid, a lot of money. Maybe just like, he got thrown into a lot of groups or whatever, got a lot of allocations. I don't know, or he bought in and sniped. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know what the real story is. I would not be surprised he's in a whole bunch of meme coins. Like, I mean, he's like a 20-year-old, so of course he's gonna be into memes. You know what, Chester? I have not been drinking. I have not been drinking since like really Singapore. I had to drink at Salt Lake City because a lot of people were, but I've been really trying to cut down and get more healthy. What's ANVL? What's Anvil? Is this a meme coin? There's nothing in a chart for this. You think it's setting up for a major breakout? What makes you think this is setting up for a major breakout? Does not look like it's setting up for a major breakout. If this is it. And it's 408 holders. What? Hopefully this is not what you're talking about. Am I bored of Q&A? Yeah, sometimes when I get asked like really boring questions. You know what's really annoying? Like when someone like, it's like feels really entitled. Like they ask question and then I don't get to it and they're like, and then they get angry like, why are you not answering my question? Like they get like really angry that I don't answer them. And then I just ban them and then they don't even know it. And they're probably continuing to like type, but they don't realize they got banned. Awesome, Austin, thank you. No, I actually didn't ban Jerry because I felt bad for him, but he was getting a little weird this morning. He was getting really weird. Like he started out being a really nice guy and then he got like really stalkerish. I don't know why. And I wasn't ignoring him. He just like got really stalkerish for whatever reason. Greg. What's your favorite memes? Um, Man, I have not checked out any of the new memes, so I can't really comment on that. I only have my old ones. I don't have any of the new ones. If I see you in public, can we hug? No. No, I'm sorry. You know what's weird? You know how like these days people just like fist bump all the time? Uh, you know the older people still like shake hands. Younger people like dap or yeah, I think that's what you call it, dap or you know, or you could do fist bumps. When I was younger, I don't think a fist bump was ever a thing. I don't remember anyone doing fist bumps. When did that become a thing? Or did I just not encounter people that did fist bumps? I'm just thinking like when did that become a thing? Because now like everyone does fist bumps. Or is it just me? Like I don't recall when I was younger anyone did fist bumps. You guys tell me that. Oh, it became starting COVID. I guess that's true because people didn't want to touch each other. I never even thought about that. I guess that's true. I never even thought about that. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. Was it way popular before COVID? Like, I don't know. I've never when I was a kid, no one ever did. I never did it with my friends. No one, no adult did it with me. Like, I never did fist bumps with anyone. So, in high school, never did it. In college, never did it. I never grew up doing fist bumps with anyone. So, it's a new thing for me. Um, Speedy on ETH is breaking out. I don't care about Speedy on ETH. Um, Speedy on Phantom, I have some of that, and that is not breaking out. Um, Bohm or Mew, neither. I don't really care about either one. All right, I think that's it for today. Man, would have been nice to see a little excitement with Bitcoin. But you know what? We're holding pretty well. Nothing to be complaining about. 72.3, like I said at the beginning, you know, we get so used to a level so fast, so darn quick. You know, I think people forgot that we were in our 50s. We dropped to like 49. We dropped to 53. We were hovering 58 for so long. Now, like somehow we just got used to 72 all of a sudden. We're like so close. We're less than a few percentage point from all-time high. Where's the excitement? Let's see what happens tomorrow. Tomorrow we could be at all-time high. I don't think we're going. I might be wrong. You know, I was hoping, you know, we could hit 80,000 by the end of the month. We still have one more day left. Uh, Big super chat from another George. Thank you. And Ashi. it could still happen. I mean, technically it could still happen. We got one more day left. Tomorrow is a hot, hot day. We can still hit 80K, but it's unlikely at this point. But I'll be happy if we can at least break 73.8 tomorrow. That for sure can happen. We only need to go a 1,500 point. That could definitely happen. Let's see what happens tomorrow. And we'll go from there. All right. Smash it a like. Subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys again, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right. Have a good one, guys. Oh, yeah. Tomorrow is Halloween. Have a good night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.